It has been a sad week, but there's been a lot of new TikToks that got submitted. But yeah, let's go take a look. What do we got?
Stats are only really good at showing how bad someone is.
Wait, hang on. First off, this is actually really quiet, but okay.
It says 4 events, 5 minutes into the game, where everyone else has 15 plus, then clearly they don't belong in that lobby, right? I don't think anyone would argue that. But also,
Damn, starting to become an oldie.
These are the 16 months. I wish I knew how to turn this up even more, but I can't. It's really, really quiet. I will turn it up for you guys. It'll still be hard for me to hear, I think, but I can make it better for you.
Ultimately, stats are only really good at showing how bad someone is, not how good someone is. If you're in a diamond lobby,
Is that better?
and your DPS has 4 elims 5 minutes into the game, where everyone else has 15 plus, then clearly they don't belong in that lobby, right? I don't think anyone would argue that. But also, you could have a DPS player who farms damage on the tank, has a high number of elims because they're shooting at everything they see,
True.
but gets 0 value out of their ultimate and doesn't get any picks on their own. This player's stats would look good, and if you called them out for not being
This is mostly those people that join my chat and join any Twitch chat and or YouTube comments and are like, I'm stuck in elo hell. I just played a game on Soldier and I had 46 limbs, 113,000 damage, and 46 deaths. But I'll tell you right now, though, I was doing everything. You know, it's like,
helpful, they'd be like, just look at my stats, bro. You guys know what I'm talking about. We've all heard that type of player in our game. Same thing on support. You could have an Ana that heals 15k in 10 minutes, but never uses her nade offensively, and misses all her sleeps. That Ana is not fully performing. In both of these scenarios, these players have good-looking stats, but
if you have a lot of healing like that, sometimes you'll actually end up
so
being...
judging someone based purely on stats is not always
Okay,
accurate.
I have a little bit of an Overwatch hot take. I swear to God, support, you can actually like hard climb on support if you understand who on your team is the hard carry and you just literally pocket the out of them. Like literally just over pumping heals into whoever you think is the best player. You can actually hard climb.
So when you're losing,
Like whenever I play with Kiriko at this point, I can tell when Kiriko's in the duo queue mentality, when he's in the solo queue mentality. Because what he ends up doing is he's solo queue, I'm dying on cooldown. But when he's like, oh, okay, you know what, Flats, I got you. And he just starts hard pumping me, I literally just start taking over lobby. It's not even close.
despite good-looking stats. Ask yourself if you are actually providing as much value to your team as you should. If you look at it with a critical eye, the answer will almost always be no. Focus on maximizing your value, stop focusing on stats, and you will win more.
True. That was pretty good. Okay. Honestly, I think we needed a nice level-headed TikTok to start us off, because today, this has been a week. All right, next.
3 good habits for every new Ashe. First, you should know when not to use your dynamite. Dynamite is your greatest ultimate building tool. So if you already have your ultimate, you shouldn't just be throwing it on cooldown. Using dynamite when you already have your ultimate is just going to feed the enemy support's ultimate charge. So instead, use it to bait out important cooldowns like Tracer's Recall, Kiriko's Suzu, or Moira's Fade, and so on. Next, you should understand how to maximize your damage output.
Honestly, if
Your
you have Bob,
ADS
you kind of
does
just
more
want to send
damage
that
per
bitch.
shot. Because of this, you primarily want to ADS against squishies for burst damage and headshots. However, your hipfire actually does 30% more damage per second. This makes hipfire the more effective choice when you're trying to burst down tanks or barriers. Do keep in mind that your hipfire is only
I don't know if I totally agree with that.
accurate for the first 1 to 3 shots. After that, the bloom starts to
Because now you have the crazy reload time, so is your DPS higher? No.
kick in, making it very inaccurate at mid-ranges.
Also, fun fact. So, you guys remember when I went on my DPS arc a while ago? Dude, there was some guy who was like relentlessly commenting on all my stuff and like came to my chat and like got mad at me and they said, and I quote, I was skillless on Ashe because I only scope. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, bruh. Like, you never no scope. Like, you don't, like you rely on your scope at all times. And I was like, hold up. You know you do more damage per shot when you scope in, right? Hello?
Because of this, if you get caught in a close range engagement versus a smaller hero, take your time on your shots instead of spamming them. There are efficient hipfire and ADS combos, but we'll get in that in a future video. Finally, you should be more efficient with your reload time. Getting into a habit of reloading singular bullets can throw you off of your flow and your aim, while not reloading enough can put you in some sticky situations with long reload. Instead, you should look to reload in between engagements or while you're repositioning. And any time that you do have to reload,
yeah,
take
it's
that
not
moment
bad.
to reassess your situation, where your team is at, and if your position's
I actually disagree. I don't disagree with this, but there's actually a way better tip, and it's anytime you get in a limb, actually just get the full reload off. Because when you get in a limb, you get 30% reload speed. So unless you're like really like you need to fire another bullet now, if you get in a limb off of like a dynamite or something and you're at like 2 or 3 bullets in your mag, just finish the reload really fast because you'll do it. You'll just like, and then you'll have 12 ready to go again, as opposed to like the, you know what I mean? So it's like, it ends up being way better.
So valuable.
But anyways, wasn't bad.
Before we explain these roles, it may be easier to outline who fits where to begin with. Classically, your main supports are Ana, Bap, Kiriko, and Moira. This makes your off-support...
Wait, what? That's not true. Wait a minute, that's literally not real.
Before we explain these roles, it may be easier to outline who fits where...
Who are the main and off supports? I never heard someone... Main and off supports. There's 2 ways you can look at this. Main healer and off healer, and main support and flex support. Main and off support is not... That's not a thing. It's like you're kind of mixing them. That's not... okay. The correct way is flex support, main support. That is the correct way. The more casual way is main support, off support, I guess. Not off support. I read it. Main healer, off healer. Is main healing and off healing is like large amount of healing characters versus not a lot of healing characters. Flex support and main support is like, it's about the skill sets of the characters. So
to begin with.
the same.
Classically, your main supports are Ana, Bap, Kiriko, and
this isn't
Moira.
true.
This makes your off supports classically Brig, Lucio, Mercy, and Zen. Generally, this makes any of the supports labeled main synergize relatively well with any of the supports labeled as off.
Okay, so what that actually is main healing versus off healing. Large amount of healing characters versus less healing characters. Traditionally.
As off.
So not totally right there. They have the right premise, I guess, but if you actually want to, like, if you want, that's the more casual view. That's not like the technically what is the correct one, but like, it's whatever. I won't. It's not too critical. Blizzard trying to not put me in my own rank challenge impossible. Oh, sorry, Blizzard trying to put me in my own rank challenge impossible. Listen, no, listen. Half the people who run these titles are trash. Okay, first of all right, we got that out of the way. Second, this only means that they're that on one role. So, like, they could be top 500 on tank, but diamond on DPS, and then you're in your DPS game with them as a diamond, and they're in their DPS game as a diamond, and then they have the top 100 challenger role. So, you're psyching yourself out off the spot. Isn't this the Brig player? It is. It's a Brig one trick. Why are you scared? You're scared of a open queue console Brig one trick? Okay, that one is a little bit more scary. That one I'd be like, okay, I'm shitting myself a little bit more. But again, though, I will say I don't actually know if they're in an open queue or... Hang on, what game mode are they on right now? I don't see. Okay, so they're in roll queue. Alright, you're in roll queue? Okay, that actually is a little odd. Hold on. Wait, they're in quick play? Wait, it's quick play? Wait a minute, hold up. Unranked. Oh, come on, dude! Oh, I hate this. This is actually rage bait. When people say something is rage bait, that's what I think of rage bait. Nah, that's bullshit. Come on, man. It's a quick play game, bro. It's a quick play game.
What is the difference between main and flex support?
Hey, hold up now. Hold up. Hang on. Wait a minute. Excuse me? Wait, they know.
What is the difference between main and flex supports and main and off healers? Let's start with the main and flex support theory first. This is typically useful for professional level play like the Overwatch League. Your main supports are Brig, Lucio, and Mercy. These main support heroes have passive healing, allowing them to take a focus on callouts, ult tracking, and other macro level strategy. This makes your flex supports Ana, Bap, Kiriko, Moira, Zen, and now Lifeweaver. These are the more mechanically intensive heroes that need to focus
Lifeweaver
on
one's a little
mechanical
interesting.
input rather than the more macro level stuff that the main supports do. Now, I actually find the main and off healer theory more useful for playing ranked and for the general player base who aren't pro. Building a support composition around main and off healers will help you support your team in-game much more than main and flex supports. A main healer focuses on sustaining the team's health pool and using their cooldowns for value in
Wait, they
specific
know!
situations. These main healers are Ana, Bap, Kiriko, and Moira. The off-healer heroes focus on utilizing their cooldowns at all times. They have more influence on micro-interactions and aim to help their team win these by using their abilities. These off-healers are Brig, Lucio, Mercy, Zen, and now...
Moira, most mechanical healer. Okay, there's a reason why Moira is in the flex DPS, or the flex support category. The reason why Moira is in the flex support category isn't about mechanical skill. It's that Moira typically pairs with Lucio, and so why would you have your main support player play Lucio? Or sorry, why would you have them play Moira, and then you have your flex support player play Lucio, when your main support player normally plays Lucio anyway, so you want them on their strongest character, and they're already probably being more involved in comms and in fights as that main support player. So, like, you just have the flex player play Moira. It's not that tough.
If you want to learn more about support synergies and building the perfect
Wait, they actually know, though. Wait a minute.
Feel free to check out the in-depth guide on my YouTube channel, link in bio.
Okay, alright. I guess the other one maybe was just like a one-off, just like not totally context, because they actually know. Okay.
One change for each Overwatch hero part 6.
Oh,
For
no.
Widowmaker, leave her body shot damage at 120. Make her headshot damage deal 120 instant and then 180 damage over a 3 to 4 second period as poison damage.
Isn't that just the April Fool's patch? Wait. Moira and Lucio, in my mind, they're both AoE heals. Can you explain? Yeah, because if you're playing Lucio to AoE heal, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, my guy. You do not play Lucio properly. Lucio is like 90% speed, 10% heal. Actually, it's probably more like 80% speed, 10% heal. But like, you're using Lucio for utility, not for healing. So, yeah.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, I just found a bug on Moira. Alright, so if you fade at the very end of your coalescence and you can use your abilities. Look at that. You can even throw out your orb. See? Look at that. You can also do whatever this yellow stuff is. And you can even melee. Watch this shit.
Huh. That's actually kind of cool.
Alright, I'm gonna need uppies. 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 Thank you.
Child, dude.
Most useful Lifeweaver.
Alright,
Most useful Lifeweaver. And it's not even close.
Hey, I'm a disabled gamer, and this is how I play Kiriko on Overwatch. So my movement is done by this one-handed keyboard, for which I have a really small joystick on, which I use my right hand. So I move forward and left and right and backwards, all by using that joystick,
Holy shit.
which is WASD. On that one-handed keyboard, I also have it so when I push down the joystick, it uses my swift step to teleport to an ally. In order to heal my teammates, I basically blow into the tube.
You take a lot of
Dude!
To heal my teammates, I basically blow into the tube.
Holy shit.
You take a lot of
And I can then use my protection Zuzu by sucking on the same tube. To use my kunai and to aim, I use my mouse with my left hand. So I simply just left click on that and it throws my kunai. When it comes to wall climbing as Kiriko, I have my jump keybinding to the downward scroll on my mouse wheel. So I simply go up to the wall and scroll down on the mouse. To use my ultimate Kitsune Rush, I use my voice macro Fish.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Hey.
Yo, that is fucking cool. That is mad respect. That is so cool.